do a separate live video for us today, a little Akashic reading and some messages, and then I will move into the readings in the second video. So how's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. What energies we're dealing with. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I don't have a hair clip with me, so all right. Welcome everyone. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. I've got a little bit of a transmission and I'm going to pull some cards for us. And I'm going to talk about quantum timelines, the space-time continuum, healing soul contracts, past lives, the Schumann resonance, bloodlines. Yeah, this is usually why I have to take a break because I'm healing so much for myself. So yes, say aloha wherever you are. And then I'll do a little bit of an Akashic reading for us as a collective for this new year. We've already had the 1/1 portal. We've had the new moon in Capricorn, and everyone's reeling from the energies and integration still from Christmas Day and from the solstice. Yes. Yes. So thank you everyone for being here. My name is Pink Bella. I'm an intuitive and a quantum Akashic healer, and I work with all sorts of beings around the world. So welcome STARSEEDS, lightworkers, empaths, 144,000. Thank you for being here because we're all needed. Our energy is like so required at this time, but many of us are healing right now as well. Yeah, many of us are healing right now as well. We're doing a lot of cleanup to prepare us for February and the rest of the year. So we're kind of getting still a crash course in what is still hanging about. Aloha. So I'm in the Pacific Northwest, just north of Seattle. I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia on the West Coast, just outside of the city. I'm actually in a vortex, a portal area. So I do feel the waves of energy coming in. I do feel when there's solar flares and the Schumann resonance and all that. We'll talk a little bit about the Schumann resonance. And if anybody would like to book a mini Akashic reading or the crystal healing, which is on special today, that'll be the next video. There's still availability. So you can check that out. I put the information how to book it on my community tab, and it's also on my website. So yeah, if anybody still wants to book today, that's fine. So I'm going to do this video. I'll sign off, take a little bit of a break in just like 2 minutes and get some more tea, and then I will be back to do the readings. Okay, so yay, because otherwise the other video goes way long, way long. So yeah, let me know how you're all doing. Let me just say aloha to everyone. Yes, I wanted a little sparkly, a little bling for the new year. I'm just ready for all of us right now. Hi, Em. Welcome Standing Bear. Love you all. Welcome Esther. Welcome. Yes, the Atlantis vibes. Yes, I'm just being able now to listen to some way showers, and there has been lots of talk about Atlantis recently, which is really interesting. Yes, lots of family. Hey, aloha Rashni, welcome. Aloha Christine. Yay, aloha Sharon. Yay. So, what did I want? I'll make the announcements in a little bit. I think I just want to pull a couple of cards for us. Aloha Michigan, and number 31 Magic came in. So I wanted to get an overall feel for what we're working towards, and maybe any other information that wants to come in for us as a group, as a collective, for this 5th day in January. So we got number 31 Magic, which came in December. So this is actually magic and gratitude I'm getting. Magic and gratitude are super important to keep us aligned. And I'll talk about all the different frequencies that are confusing us right now as well. And I got hit with that yesterday. The frequency of magic, number 31, supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So we're still, no matter what is going on, for out there, which there is so much going on in all communities, we are to still go within and focus on our own higher self, our own guidance, and our own belief in magic and miracles, okay? And we're all being shown right now the obstacles that are confusing us. I'm going to write that down because there's some confusing energy coming in right now. Okay. All right. And then I'll do a little bit of a Q&A too. Yay, 14 people online, 4 up, 144. That's awesome. So if you resonate with 144,000, you know that code within you has been activated, okay? Oh, I'm going to do a totally separate video on the Matrix. I rewatched it and I got some more messages from it, but I've written notes and I also want to watch the fourth one as well. So I will do that separately. So where to first? I'm just asking the guides. Oh, I'm just supposed to say hi to everybody first. And just see. Hi, Em. Aloha, welcome. Aloha, Standing Bear. Aloha, Esther. Aloha, Surfing Maui Girl. Welcome. Maui Girl, are you in Maui? Let us know how you're doing, how Hawaii is right now. Aloha, Esther. Roshni, welcome. Christine, welcome. Sharon, welcome. Gypsy Bead. Aloha, M. I'm going to do all the questions afterwards because I want to make sure that I get through all the content that I was brought today. Aloha, Sharon. Aloha, Mina. And awesome. That's awesome, Roshni. Welcome. Aloha, Texas. Okay. So why don't I just talk a little bit about what I've been working through the last few days. It's massive. It's massive, massive, massive. The main title of this video, besides doing a little Akashic reading for us all, is soul contracts, what they are and what's being presented to us right now, quantum timelines, the space-time continuum, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Schumann resonance, bloodlines, and the Schumann resonance, the 33-hour blackout and counting as well, and the confusing energy. So there's a lot of distraction and confusing energy coming through everyone right now. So what I'm seeing, and I'm glad this happened. A bunch of people sent me different videos, and I tried to listen to 3 of them, and I had to stop because in the middle of it, I just felt this overwhelming, messing with my quantum field and my energy. And what I'm seeing is that there's an energy that likes to come in and confuse us all. And it's coming through some of the way shores that they're probably not even aware of. So I was guided to stop that for now. So really pay attention to how much time you're spending listening to a lot, even though you're here, but listening, you know what I mean? Like we'll get into this void where we'll just listen to one person after another person after another person. And I kept hearing the phrase, catch my breath, catch your breath. So we are still at this time to focus on bringing that balance back into our reality, which is not easy. Because of course, some of you are actually out working in the real world and you've hit the ground running and the energies are intense, okay? So I was guided yesterday to really take it easy with who I'm listening to and to take breaks and to go within and go back to meditation and get my balance back into, like, bring yoga in and smoothies and all that kind of stuff, all right? So use this time to really focus on rebalancing your energies as well. Soul contracts. So we have soul contracts for everything. So you all are going to be shown in your current reality what you still need to heal and release. So whatever is in your current reality is based on some type of soul contract. It's either an individual soul contract or it's an ancestral one, and it's a bloodline one. Okay. So if you've hit any bumps in the road already, I mean, it's only the 5th of January, but you're going to be shown this month what's blocking you, where the blocks are. And you can be upset and angry, absolutely. And there's just all sorts of things going on multidimensionally for this to happen. But it really is about showing us where there still is things. There's still information there that needs to be healed and cleared out. And so I've done this for myself, and this will be part of personal sessions moving forward, as well as, and possibly some of the distance healing too. I'll check in with that. The soul contracts, like I shared, can be something that we created as a marker to show us where when things are being blocked. Sometimes things are being blocked because of things going on in the collective. Sometimes things are being blocked because we're trying to move into a reality and we're not yet at that frequency, and or we haven't realized that there's a contract holding us in place, okay? So some of the contracts are connected to our ancestral, what we agreed to come in and heal and clear for the ancestors, and our personal karma. Some are connected to traumas from childhood or any other time in this lifetime or other lifetimes, sometimes galactic, intergalactic. And the bloodlines, others probably have talked about this, but this came in super, super strongly. These physical bodies and our Akashic records are connected to our chakra system. They're connected to our meridian system. And they're also, we also have like, a personal Akashic record library. And then there's the collective one. And there's the ancestral one as well. And the ancestral one, there's also, what I was given today was there's a bloodline one as well, which is different than the ancestral one. So as an example, let's say you know what your blood type is. That's the blood type that you chose for this lifetime. However, we've had a few lifetimes on this planet, and literally we're connected to all the bloodlines, whether we want to believe it or not. So that too is another deeper level of healing and clearing that I'm doing and that we're all doing. Because as we know, some of the bloodlines have been very positive, and some of the bloodlines attract the other energy, the polarity. So I just got down to the nitty gritty. I had, as I was sharing even before the holidays, that there's been interference for me and many of you on many levels. And that's some of the hurdles too. They like to play with us so that we get a message about something and then it won't manifest or it won't happen. And literally it's like we're chasing our tail, we're going around in circles. So yesterday I was given there's some soul contracts in the Akashic records connected to the bloodlines. Okay, so that was huge for me, and I wanted to share that all with you. Healing our soul contracts and healing anything from the past, which again, you are absolutely being shown in this now moment or in the coming days and weeks, is preparing us to merge with that higher self version that's out of the matrix, that wants us to have the universe, that wants us to have everything that we wish to manifest. But there's still some hurdles to get there. And some of the old tools are not working in the new energy anymore because we're being absolutely given an opportunity to move into our mastery. So what about the quantum timelines, okay, and the space-time continuum? So if we try to shortcut, one, it'll mess up something called the space-time continuum, which is real. If we try to do too much and do too many shortcuts, it's actually going to impact our timeline and the collective timeline, maybe not in a nice way. So that's another sort of different way to look at the divine timing. But our timelines can also be played with. They can be manipulated. So even last night, even as tired as I was last night, I was just like, let's get down to it. What's going on? And my timeline had been manipulated, but I wasn't aware of it because I was fatigued. It's very cold here, right? So in the winter, I don't know about you, but in the winter, our bodies naturally want to hibernate. If there's extreme temperatures of heat as well, sometimes it's very hard to sort of focus, etc. Okay, so there is something called the space-time continuum, and we have to be conscious of knowing that what we wish to manifest will manifest, but certain things have to happen in the meanwhile. And healing our present and our past will bring us our future. So that's what a quantum timeline is that when we're doing the work in the now, that's connected to our past. So let's say childhood or teenagehood or something, or past lives as well. That's going to heal the present moment, and it's going to heal our future timeline, and it's going to allow that future to be brighter and to come to us sooner. So that's the mastery of 2022, is that we literally have to have the tools now and do the work to get there, which is awesome, because that's going to help you, me, and all of us move into another level of our soul missions that's going to move the entire planet and the collective into a higher frequency, okay? And I think that's what I wanted to share about that. So clearing the timelines, so clearing the Akashic records, clearing, doing quantum healing, that sort of thing will help prepare you for this new awesome reality and timeline, okay? Yeah. What did I want to share next about? Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Schumann resonance as well. So yesterday there was 19 hours of blackout, and then today there's 33. I just did a little bit of an update on Telegram. Again, if you want to join over on Telegram, it's just easier for me to do kind of sort of quicker little voicemail updates. But the Schumann resonance blackout, what I'm getting from it, and everyone has a different interpretation, so again, just take what resonates with you. I'm getting the interpretation that the frequency codes are so high now that the current facilities that are monitoring the Schumann resonance, that the blackout is now connected to, that they don't have the equipment for those numbers. And this started happening 2 years ago. I remember when the Schumann resonance hit 170 hertz in December 2019, and we thought that was the highest. It's gone higher since then. And it's almost, and that, what's the Schumann resonance? The Schumann resonance is the heartbeat of Gaia, which our heart is connected to, which our entire being is so connected to what's going on in our local cosmos and the planet that we feel everything. So if there's a solar flare, we feel it. And it impacts us, it's activating our DNA. If light codes are coming through the great central sun and then coming through our sun, whether it's sunny or not, we feel it. If things are changing on the earth, if we're moving into a higher frequency on the earth and the Schumann resonance shows that, we feel it, because our entire chakra system is connected to Gaia. It's connected to all the planets in the cosmos and the sun and beyond, of course. So really, even when I bring in the astrology is like now I'm looking at it as like a reflection of what we agree to as a collective that we would go through as an experience certain times, right? So the solstices, the equinoxes, the eclipses, the certain transits that are super important. And yeah, they're just asking me to mention the Mercury retrograde coming up too. Okay. So 33 hours blackout. So what that's showing to me is that the frequencies are incredibly high right now. So if any of you are experiencing like ascension symptoms or you're feeling off, please share in the comments, because you may have other people in the high vibe tribe that also are going through those experiences, okay? For me, it's been fatigue, headache, sinus pressure, and feeling out of sorts, like not even knowing what day it is, which is quite normal when we're going through massive upgrades, and it's like we're getting wiped and a rewrite, okay? Some of our chakras are being upgraded to like the higher frequency chakras, the 22 chakras, and we won't even be aware of it. And I'm being shown that some of the higher colors are coming in to activate the lower colors as well, that they're connected to. Okay, I'm just trying to think if that's all I wanted to share about that. I think so. Yeah, okay, so why don't I'll do a little bit of a reading for us, and then I'll do a Q&A. If anybody wants to book a mini reading today or the crystal healing, there's still availability, and you will receive a $25 gift card off a personal session. There's also some awesome offers on my website right now for the Jumpstart January days for either personal sessions, soul mission packages, being a starseed, healing everything that I just mentioned. And if you're interested in the distance healing, there's an offer for, it's not 2 for 1, but it's a really good discount for 2 of them that you can share with a family member, friend, or a light worker as well. So that's on today as well. And yeah, and of course, the Canadians, everything at par. So I'm just going to ask them where to go first and see. Okay, they're saying chakras. Okay, so what they're sharing with me too is by the 31st of January, we're going to, if there's 31 days in January, I can't remember, we're going to feel completely different. Yeah, we're going we're going through like what's coming in, higher frequencies, changing our DNA, bringing in ideas like Roshni just experienced a new idea, right? Okay, what's going on here? Hold on. I saw a rogue card. The other thing is that if you have any ancestors, any family members, friends that have passed, it's very easy to connect with them now. They will come in and be part of your team, and you can feel their energy around you, and they can be part of your team to help you as well, okay? All right. Let's see. Just going to ask for the best messages, just like what chakras are being impacted right now. If there's any specific timelines for us as a group. Oh, I love it. Okay. So right off the bat, so the overall card is the Earth Star. The Earth Star is changing colors and frequencies as well. It's got the next level of our codes and our mission. It's connected to the new crystalline grid upgrade within the planet and around the planet. And it connects to our root chakra. When we have a stable root chakra that's able to connect to our Earth Star, we feel more supported and loved by the universe, by our guides, and going in the right direction, okay? And it takes a while for our root chakra to want to stabilize to connect with the chakra, but it's opening up for many of you, okay? Or whenever you watch this video. So that's the Earth star. So the stellar gateway came in as well. So I shared this yesterday. Celia Finn from South Africa wrote a really succinct note, short and sweet, that lots of diamond light codes coming in. We can feel it. We're not always to be reliant on scientific equipment at this time. So we as intuitives, as light workers of STARSEEDS, can feel the energy coming in. And if you can't feel it yet, it's okay. You will at some point. But if you're feeling off, if you feel, your physical body will be your biocomputer, and it will let you know. So we're receiving lots of diamond light codes right now. So hydrate, rest, try and stay grounded. Work in this now moment to do things that will help you stay that way, okay? Massive third eye activations. Huge, huge, huge. And the confusing energy that wants to come in through others, that they're not even aware of it, is to cloak us with this strange energy that will sort of block our third eye and our crown, and we will feel like we're not being guided and we're not being supported, okay? So massive third eye activation for everyone, and Archangel Michael's come in, and there's our heart. So our heart is connected to the heart of Gaia, which is the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is actually originally was 7.82 hertz. It hasn't been 7 to 8 point hertz for a long time, a couple of years. I think the one I posted yesterday said it was 8 hertz, and that was just kind of where it went down to when it went offline, basically. So even the offline is an awesome interpretation for all of us. Okay, so let's see what wants to come in on the Angels of Atlantis deck and see if there's anything specific that wants to come in. So there's that root chakra recalibration that we're all going through. That's why we're feeling a little bit like we're not feeling completely grounded or here right now, because we're not, because everything's basically rebooting to the next frequency. Okay, and then we got the soul star liberation. There's the eagle. The soul star is connected to our AKASHIC records and the chakra system and those past lives and soul contracts that I talked to you about. So that's the key. That's what they're saying. We're here to liberate ourselves now, to be even more sovereign and be even more magnificent and amazing than we think we can be. Okay, and then the 12th chakra came in as well. So there's nothing really new, no specific timelines they're talking to me about, except that we're doing a lot of personal work right now and we're to be grounded. Okay, I have a sip of my tea. And then I'll check in with you all. Okay. Just asking for some key messages for us all. Oh, that's what they wanted me to do. Okay. I'm going to pull, do the 3 card spread like I did with the transmission. I'm going to pull 1 card for us as a collective, 1 card for STARSEEDS, Lightworkers, Empaths, and then 1 card for divine unions, and just see if there's anything new besides what came in the transmission from a few days ago. Okay. And then I'll just pull cards accordingly. All right, so this is for all of us. 0 reset, new beginnings. So literally, you might be even seeing 000 numbers everywhere. The 0 reset, new beginnings is where we're all at. And we're being guided to really clearly go within and choose what doorway we want to go through, okay? For STARSEEDS, Lightworkers, Empaths, we're still working on the solar plexus and being in our power. And I'll see what other chakra messages come in, because I was shown that the upper chakras are really bringing in those high frequency light codes now to clear out any old contracts or old cords. I saw these cords from the solar plexus going to the matrix, basically. We're slowly unplugging it. If we all unplugged everything at the same time, it wouldn't be good for our physical body, but that's what we're all working on. We're working on more sovereignty, working more in our power. And for divine unions and twin flames and soulmates, third eye activation, crown activation, and awareness. So more veils being removed for all of you as well. Okay, that includes both team members, tribe members, partners. Where to next? Oh, okay, yeah. So let's pull a numerology number for all of us, for the collective here today, the High Vibe Tribe. So again, like I was talking about, a number 10, karmic completion. We're working on healing and clearing those soul contracts out. And we always think that they're all gone, but they're still, I couldn't believe what I cleared out yesterday and the day before. Yeah. All right. For STARSEEDS, Lightworkers in the 144,000. Number 71, health. Absolutely. So our health is key right now. Making positive changes in what we've been thinking we want to do is to make time to do that. So number 71, which adds up to an 8, there's the crown and the sacral, or the third eye and the sacral. Healing around that. Okay, so that will help us rebalance and regroup. And let's check out for divine unions and twin flames. Number 4, heart chakra healing for both. It says perseverance. What was the message I was getting about that? We'll pull another card. I was just going back to the reading on Monday. It's perseverance. It's not like focusing all that energy on the other person. It's heart chakra healing for you both. You're both going through that, and it's to persevere and just to keep moving forward. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's any higher chakras that want to come in for the group. I'll make this one a little shorter. Okay, so for the overall collective, number 2, root chakra. So it's interesting, right? Family. So we're still healing family triggers and issues maybe from the holidays. We're also wanting to connect with our soul tribe, and that's coming, okay? And it's belonging, community, culture, tribe, number 2, family. But remember, we're still at this time, it's like we're the bread in the oven baking, and we want to make sure that we're not like moving from one situation to another. We want to make sure that we're completely feeling balanced and at peace, and then allowing that soul tribe and the community to unfold for us as well. Okay, but yeah, as a group, we're still healing the ancestral energy, the bloodline energy. And that's, again, why there's so much chaos going on out in the collective. Okay, let's pull one for, oh, interesting. So this is for STARSEEDS, Lightworkers, Empaths, and we can all feel this, number 11, emotions. So we're healing and clearing so many emotions. Maybe it's anger, maybe it's grief, that heart chakra and that detox of old stuff. So feelings, expression, moods, and balance. So the key message is to... the key message as a starseed and a light worker in the 144,000 is to just try and balance the emotional waves of all the energies coming in right now that will stir everything up and bring stuff to the surface. And let's look at twin flames and divine unions. Number 47, guidance. So I love it. I'm glad this card came in, because this was the main card that came in for all of us for the reading earlier this week, and I wanted to show it to you all. So 47, guidance. Feel the support, the love, the signs, and the direction. So pay attention to signs and direction. So it's our personal opportunity to forward a stronger connection with the Prime Creator, with God, Goddess, with our higher self and our guides. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to share that yet. I want to show you at the bottom of the deck, solar plexus. See, there are no coincidences. It's number 15. So... oh, I wrote out the list, but I'll share that at another time. Maybe I'll share in the next video. But the majority of the higher chakras for the 22nd contains a lot of violet energy, which is beautiful. So again, overall, that's what we're doing. We're really working on unplugging those cords, those attachments, those contracts that we agreed to help wake us up, right? To help be those markers along the way. Because at some time we hit the wall and we're just like, okay, I'm just done. I'm done with going around in circles with this contract. Okay, where to next? Okay. So some of the readings, the focus today can be soul mission, or just messages from your guides, or also what's the word I'm looking for? Twin flame guidance as well, or divine union guidance. Okay, I'm just pulling some soul mission cards just to see, because they were kind of sharing with me that whatever I pull will be important for all of us. Okay, in whatever reason. So for some of you, energy healing, learning about it, experiencing it will really help you at this time. That's at the bottom of the deck. Counseling. So either that's something that maybe, in both of these things, you might be called to learn more about this at this time, and or get some external support, because you're all very intuitive and empathic as well, and there may be some things that are bubbling to the surface that you're not sure what to do about. Another key message for all of us is let go. And there's the beautiful unicorns. Walk away from any situation in order to resolve it. So to let go and surrender it to the higher power, to the universe. I love this one. Animals. Many of you are very connected to your pets, to animals. You love them so much. Many of you came to the planet to help the children and the animals, okay? You understand animals and can communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. So that those messages may help help you all remember. Okay, what you came in for, what some ideas for you. Pull a dragon and a crystal and a unicorn for a soul, and then I'm going to do a little Q&A. All right. So I guess because nothing really came up in the cards, that really it's our personal work and our ancestral and bloodline and healing our contracts right now that's the priority, at least for this week anyway. Yeah. And the 1-1 portal and the new moon, Capricorn is very practical and trying to show us ways of light each and every day, moving one step at a time, one direction at a time, one day at a time, to move towards our goals and our dreams. Okay. Let's pull a dragon for us all for the, oh, it came in again. Thor's red and black dragon, and I put it back in. So Thor's red and black dragon came in for us. So we're still clearing and healing the energies. And I did call in this dragon. This dragon is now part of my team to be with us all today and surround us all with light. So it protects you in times of change, a time of rapid transition, transformation, relax. You are safe. I feel there's a lot of information coming in on all levels right now, including the spiritual community, that may trigger you and set you into fear and into a spiral. No, I want to let you all know that nobody knows for sure. But I do know that we all have to go within and ask for guidance, our own personal guidance, about what we need to do for this month, what steps we need to take, etc. Okay? So, yeah, Thor's dragon is here to help us kick some butt, which is good. I'm laughing. Okay, let's see what magical unicorn message wants to come in for all of us today. Magic. We got magic twice. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful. I am back. I am back. Magic came in twice. I'll just see that I'm still recording. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. So make a wish, believe in miracles, magic surrounds you. And I know it's not easy when we're triggered, for sure. So if you are triggered, which I've been the last few days, it's like we kind of hit walls and are frustrated sometimes because we get to the edge of a box to move into the next level of our consciousness. So magic and gratitude will help us at this time. All right. Okay. Believing in magic. All right. Oh, they're also sharing with me too that some of the magic is black magic, is curses that have been placed on you or your family or the ancestors, and we came in to heal and clear that as well. Yeah, that's a great question, Sue. Awesome. Yeah, so I was reminded yesterday, as tired as I can be, to write a little list of things that I need to check in on. So I need to check in on a couple of times a day. How are my chakras doing? Has any strange energy come in and tried to cloud my judgment? Is there any energy out there that's trying to place using magic against me? Okay. So I'm constantly scouring like my social media, making sure that there's nothing strange happening and or deleting things if it seems like the energy is not sort of crystal clear and light and high vibe. But yeah, that's what they wanted me to share about, that there is, even if we've never come across it or we're not conscious of it, it exists, and it has existed in other lifetimes, and it's existed for the past thousands of years. This planet has been in evolution for sure. Okay. And it's nothing to be scared about. It's a contract. It's a contract. So it can easily be cleared out. Okay. Because we're aware of it now. As soon as we're aware of it, we can release it. Let's pull a crystal for everybody, and then I'll do the Q&A. Okay, it says rutilated quartz, but I'd say clear quartz. Clear quartz is my BFF. All right, but I'm going to read this card as well. Clear quartz is great for clarity, for meditation. This is number 36. It's to do with the home and the root chakra. So home is where the heart is. The planet is our home, but we're all finding our way into making our home feel like it's safe and protected as well. Okay, awesome. All right, let me have a little sip of tea, and then I'm going to check in with you all. Fantastic. Let's go right to the beginning because I want to see, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because I want to see what everyone's perspective is as well. Okay. We do need time to ground. Absolutely, surfing girl. Yeah, we do need time to ground for sure. I haven't really felt like I've had that much time because it's been so cold and it's so not as cold as where Sharon is, but it's been so cold and icy to walk around. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to start with Roshni because she has an expiring idea. Perfect. Yes. I'm glad that you got some inspiration. That's fantastic. So Roshni, you can see why you needed to go through that large upgrade just to sort of rest and recalibrate as well. Hi, Golden Heart from Texas. I'm in New Hampshire right now. I'll be returning to Maui soon. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Let us know. Yeah, there was some really interesting information that's starting to come out about the light ships everywhere that are being captured on certain cameras. So some of them were at the crater, which I can't remember the name of it right now, in Maui. Okay. Hello, Sue. Yes, Margot. Yeah, Jupiter and Pisces. So Jupiter and Pisces, we talked a little bit about that. It is positive, but many of us felt it, and we felt our world shaken because it's such a big planet. So I knew something had happened. I felt it on the 28th. I felt it, and it wasn't until I did a live with this group, I believe on the 30th, that I realized what had happened. So yeah, it will be positive, but it was definitely a mover and a shaker move. Surfing Maui Girl, we need time to ground. Absolutely. Christine saying, I look sleepy, been feeling like later that it's lots of dreaming. I feel things being pushed personally without me being ready. Really? Yes, I agree. I actually came back from shopping last night and I thought I'll close my eyes for a few moments. I slept for 3 hours. So that's kind of the thing right now, that if we're sleepy and we feel like we can't sleep, we're going to need a long sleep because that's helping us integrate. So it's going to be okay, but we do need this week, the first 2 weeks at least, to integrate. Aloha, Tucker Brat. That our names are numbers which have messages. That's right, Sharon. That's right. 555 all week. Yay! So the 555 was one of the key number codes from the Matrix. Like, who knew? And I've been seeing 555 nonstop since November. Not that I haven't seen it before, but it's like that's when it started speaking to me. It's like the 1111 code, right? So certain number sequences are going to start speaking to us, and there are messages from source through the matrix telling us something. So you write down the numbers, pay attention, go and look up something for yourself, and then just know that that is your higher self with a message for you. Okay, we're unplugging from the matrix, but we're still here. The collective, the reality here that we came to be part of is the matrix, and it's just that many of us are just waking up to that information as well. Yeah, so any situations that are coming back that's repeating is showing us that there's still some type of agreement. There's still some type of soul contract with that person and with that situation, okay? Yeah. Let's see. Sharon, minus 24 Celsius there, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Sharon, too, I saw you had made a little comment about the med bed. So maybe you can leave some information for all of us later. That sounds really good. I signed up for to help with the med beds if if it's in my highest good to help with that for sure locally. Roshni had pressure in her ears for days, but clear now. I agree. I've actually felt like I didn't know my ears were recalibrating until the second week in December or the third week in December. And it has felt like I've been in an airplane. It's felt like I've been in a compression chamber. It's just starting to balance out now. It's still a bit clogged in the morning, but it sort of it sets itself up for the day. So it does. It feels in a way, well, at least where I am, it feels like the pressure has changed. Yeah, and I was getting a lot of buzzing in my left ear. Okay. Mina, hi Mina Moss, definitely feeling sensitive. Longest headache ever, ringing the ears, fatigue. Yeah, yeah. So that's our upgrades. Thank you, Margot Lynn, for sharing that. Roshni has a sore throat today. Yeah, and that's connected to our solar plexus. Okay, I want to read this. So Sharon's being told that the blackout, okay. Thank you everyone who booked readings for being patient, because I was trying to get on early, but I was really guided. This was important today. Being told that the blackout is frequency change to block the lower dark energies from communicating with each other okay, hold on. While dark are being rounded up to be transported out of Earth. Yes, and there are messages about, some people have said they were already gone. Some people are saying some of them have gone. All I know is that it's still an ongoing situation. And they will do whatever they can to help communication stop. So let's talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde too. So Mercury retrograde, they use that as well, because they know that there's a lot of now fear with the collective around Mercury retrograde. If you think about it, 20 years ago, nobody even knew about it, except for me, because Mercury retrograde woke me up, because I worked in IT and I started to notice the patterns of the same people coming back with the same situations every couple of months. I'm a Gemini, so Mercury is my planet. It's also my rising sign, Virgo. And I started to, even back then, I started to dread it. I really shifted a lot around it just as early as last October, because again, it's a soul contract. But I noticed the signs around it, so I started to notice the energy and the signs around it. One other thing, and this might help you all, I find that it gets like a static, and the other side uses that to help create static and confusion, so we're not clearly feeling like we're being supported, or our manifestations and prayers are heard, etc. So I've actually already talked to my team to help clear up the static for me, so I could be here, because otherwise what happens is I can't even get words out, or because it's connected to the throat and the solar plexus. So that's going on for a lot of you. So it officially starts on the 14th of January till February 8th or 9th. But it's a way that they can confuse us all. It's also, there's always technical issues, and and it's been going on for years. So some of it is connected to the energy, but as an example, the tech companies choose that time for upgrades, for changes. And I used to think that it was unintentional, but now I feel it's all part of it, right? To make everybody scurry around. On the positive side, if we learn how to meditate and be calm and just like, oh, my device isn't working, I'm going to put it down and go and do this. That's the way to handle it. As an example, the big three that we lost communication for a whole day last October, that was through Mercury retrograde. Okay, so we never know what's coming, but they always say to back up data, etc. So if that calls to you, do that. Yeah, and I yesterday was talking to my guides, and there was a disconnect between my communication and their communication because of the energy. So the confusion energy, thank you, Sharon, is all part of this. Yeah, yeah. So there's another interpretation of the blackout, okay? Christine, feeling very out of it, not present and ungrounded. Yeah, because so when so many light codes come in and we go through such a quantum leap as a group, we do feel ungrounded. It's like we've been on a long trip. So imagine you've been on like 3 plane rides and you've got jet lag. That's kind of how it is right now. So find something simple like a sea salt bath. I've been living in my bathtub. That's really, really been helping me. So body's achy. Yeah, Sharon, mine's been achy too. Doing well. I have sinus and fatigue. I'm eating very healthy. You're welcome, Sue. Thank you for sharing that. That's fantastic. Golden Hawkeye, I've been having dreams of family members that have passed on. Yeah, me too. Thank you, Golden Hawkeye. My mom came to visit, which was super nice. I haven't seen her for a long time. And she just wanted to let me know that she's nearby too, so that's awesome. I was hesitant, felt not to try the med bed until I get the okay from the universe. Yeah, I'd still like to know the information though, Sharon. If you want to just even email it to me, that'd be great, because I am connected to one of the med bed groups on Telegram. I just feel it's this technology from the future that many of us we've already used, because we're from that timeline. You know, many of us are from the future. That's why sometimes it can be so frustrating with technology and everything here. But I agree. We want to make sure that everything is up and running and that it's working properly for sure, so that it doesn't harm anybody, right? Yeah. Let me see. Mina, I'm so grateful that we have each other as well. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mina. Thank you for being here for sure. Me too. Trying to slow down, focus on inner work, being guided to a fire sign. Yeah. So I have been totally guided to listen. So it started before the holidays. I find stuff on YouTube that has to do with crackling fireplace, and right now I'm listening to Native American flute music. So I always find things that will relax me as well. No cold sweats, good. Sue, do you have cold sweats? I think that, yeah, I think that we're all just purging in our own way, Sue. So I feel like that's just the way you're purging out the energies, right? Let's see. Christine's sinuses have been really bad. Me too. Yeah, my sinuses are just starting to clear out. What session do we need with you to remove very negative energy coming to me from some of my family who I'm not in contact with but are still interfering with me and my energy? Okay. So I am actually trying to work it out so that whatever I offer you all, it's within your budget. So if whatever's in your budget is the distance healing, I can have that focused on as the distance healing as well. That can clear out the negative energy. And or if that you wanted a personal session, it would be a quantum healing session personally. Okay. So I wanted to just make sure that there's different items that I can offer you all. That will assist all of it, okay? So if you booked like a 1 hour distance quantum healing or the 3 day, the 3 day, there would be more opportunity to heal and clear out more contracts, etc. And then there's the quantum healing personal session as well, okay? Yeah. So I mean, I've had to go through everything I've had to go through to face them and to just say, oh, it's you. So they've come to visit. They moved my keys. They moved my keys as a joke, and they stuck them in a container underneath a bunch of stuff. I just remember saying to my higher self and team, "Where are my keys here? Like where? There's no way I can even get in the building, up on this floor in the apartment without my keys, and there's no way that I would have put them underneath my spices. Like so, I just had to share that story. That's kind of the stuff that they're the playing. So I've ramped up the protection here for me and my kitty too. Yeah. Yeah. And if any of you, okay, so I've tried to clean up my website. It's still a ways to go. There is going to absolutely be a new website this year. I'm not sure when I'm going to, I have to get in contact with the person. I want them to create it. So if you have any questions, please just email me. I've tried to put all the specials at the top. I went in yesterday and I've noticed a bunch of stuff is repeated because I just got so exhausted this last year. I just kept adding stuff. So if you're confused, just email me. But the majority of what I'm offering is at the top now, just to make it easier for everyone. Okay. And then I will definitely go in and clean up more of it. Okay. Sharon, my dog Lucy's feeling pain from the energy changes. I have to do energy rock healing with her to help balance her. Yes, thank you for sharing that, Sharon. And there is lots going on with our pets. Sapphire, I noticed, had like a little eye releasing of stuff, and he like that. What I was given was he too is detoxing what's going on. Some animals are going to have aches and pains. Yeah. So as a planet, we've gone deeper into something called the Photon Belt, which people were writing about in the 90s. So it's a higher frequency of energy that we're all moving through to transform and update our cosmos and our planet. There are different timelines and realities. There are different stories going on right now that can cause many people stress because it's like, you need to choose your timeline. You need to choose where you're going or you're going to get left behind. I mean, that to me is fear. Um, and I will guarantee you not one of those people actually know because there are people that I respect that will actually say, I don't know for sure. And that's what I had to get to last night. I had to get to turn off, turn off, turn off, have a nap. And then I woke up with clarity and I was like, oh, because they didn't really know, but they're just getting a message to share for sure, right? So the theme is definitely self-care at this time, just to make sure if we can, to have some basics on hand, but not to worry. I was sharing this with another beautiful light worker. We can manifest whatever we need. So if something happens and we don't have something on hand, one of our neighbors will, like people will collectively come together. So it will be okay. Just brought dragon's blood because my subconscious told me about watchers in my field. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're all, and you know what? There are watchers. Yeah, they're hanging about. I was surprised. So I actually said a prayer this morning and asked source to also wrap light around my team because, yeah, that was the energy that came in, was to disconnect our communication. And it's like everything goes offline. And the sign for me right now is my email will be dormant for like 4 hours or 5 hours, whereas I'm always getting junk mail. So I know that there's something going on. Surfing Girl, try liquid grapefruit seed extract for any type of signs that kills over 400 different kinds of. Yes. You know what? And what's interesting is I took liquid grapefruit seed extract a million years ago when I had lots of issues. The other thing is liquid oxygen works really, really well, for sure. And get a grounding mat. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Surfing Girl, what's in a grounding mat? Is that mag? For me, I just use what I have. Like I use the earth and I use the Epsom salts and sea salts in the bath. Difficult energies lately. Tomorrow's 1 year since my dear friend Chuck passed. Toughest loss of my, yeah, Standing Berry. Totally understand. I totally understand. Toughest loss for me, well, both of my parents, but my niece passed away last year and I'm still shaking my head that she's gone, but she comes to visit all the time. Yeah. Yeah. So I totally understand. Sending you love and light. Surfing Girl, so tired. Antarctica ships dropping off evil people to an evil hideout in a mountain. Yeah, I've heard that. I actually feel like I feel like a bunch of them went there anyway ahead of time. So who knows what's going on down there? But all I know is I'm not supposed to focus on that. I'm just supposed to focus on this and now and helping all of you as well. Absolutely. There's still a battle going on. There's still a battle going on with light and dark all around us. And so when someone recently said that it was over, and I thought, well, she must have been looking at a future timeline because I absolutely feel we're not quite there yet. Yay, Gemini. Okay, hello, Western Pennsylvania. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I think that the ones that have done the dark magic, they don't want to do that. So they're probably just going to say, nope. Nope. But we'll see. We'll see. I know that there are a group of way showers on the planet that aren't online that are doing this work as well. Okay, let me just see. Okay. Hi, Sapphire. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah. I think so. It depends. I think it depends what level they're at too, Sharon, because I think some of them actually don't care. And others are like the minions, and they're the ones that are kind of like feeling lost right now too. Because they've been here for thousands of years. So, hello, Ginger. Nice to see you. Yeah, yeah, fatigue for sure, Ginger. Rest and the answer will come when you are at peace with yourself. I agree. That was what was coming in December. I just didn't realize how intense. Of course, they never tell us how intense it's going to be, but this is the get your energy up and get prepared for in your personal life for what may or may not possibly come. There's multiple timelines that can be happening, and oh, it's made of silver. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to sign off, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We've been here for an hour. Thank you, everyone who's booked a reading. So I'm just going to shut this one down, take a couple minutes, and then I'll start up the mini readings in the next video. Everyone can join as well. And if anybody wants to book a mini reading or the crystal healing, check out the community tab. Check out my website, $22.22. You receive a $25 gift card today for a personal session. And the other thing is that the distance healing right now, you can get a two package for a really reasonable deal as well. So you can share that with a friend, a light worker, or just use it for yourself too. All right. And of course, Canadian Tribe, everything is at par. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all so much. What an amazing session. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Love and aloha. Bye.